Hi everybody, welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. I'm Richard, and you'll notice things look a little bit different. This is another little studio slash workshop I've been working on for the last few weeks, and it's not much and I've still got a lot more to go, but this is going to be my new leather working area, and it's going to give me the opportunity to put the camera on this side so you can see what's going on the table a little bit better. I'll still have the overhead shots for some close-up detailed stuff. But no more looking over my shoulder to see what's going on or anything. Hopefully I'll be able to give it a good view of everything going on. I got some wood walls up in here. I've got a little countertop over here that is a 24 by 60, I think it is, and I've got a 12-inch countertop behind me that is about 8 foot long, somewhere around there, 6 to 8 feet, depending on whether I count that 2 feet over there for this countertop, because it goes right back here in the corner. Barely in frame. Maybe you can see I've got a drill press sitting over there. I've got a couple little woodworking projects I want to do, and one of them is going to be a little cartridge box thing. But the first little project I'm going to do today is going to be a little shelf for over there by the drill press, because I need a place to put my chuck key and a couple Allen wrenches and little tools for the drill press. So I've got a little piece of, this is 1 by 8 oak right here, which makes it 6.5 inches, 7.5 inches. I'm sorry, this is a 1 by 6 oak, so it is 5 5/8 roughly by 3/4. And this is, I think this is actually a piece I used when I did the black powder revolver holder. A little piece of scrap left over from it. These two little shelf brackets I find while cleaning out some of this area right here, so we're going to get that done. Got some brass hardware and some stainless hardware, and we're going to get it put together because I got a brand new saw sitting right here I want to show you. Okay, so this is a DeWalt Cordless Miter Saw. It bevels and miters. Mitering is this way. Beveling is, it will tilt one way. There's a big knob on the back here, and you can slant the blade over a little bit to get a compound miter if you need to. I'm not going to be doing anything complex with it. I'm just going to be doing some just straight 90-degree cuts and everything, so it's a piece of cake. It is a cordless one, so I've got, you've seen me use a lot of the DeWalt cordless tools when I built the saloon and stuff, so I like them. I've had some of them for a long time, and really they work great. Now I've got my big battery. When you buy this thing, it is not going to come with a battery or a charger, which kind of sucks, but it's also not bad because I don't want to have a whole pile of chargers laying around. I've got two. I've got a fast charger, and then I've got a regular charger, and this battery is about 2/3 charged right now. It's a DeWalt 20 volt max lithium ion, and right now I've got my big battery, my 8 amp hour that came with my cordless grinder, on the fast charger right now. So, but this is it, and it's just like any other miter saw if you've used one. It is a sliding miter saw, so you've got the ability to slide it on there if you need to cut longer boards. It will cut up to a 2 by 8, I think it is, 7.5 inches of cut, but I'm not going to be doing anything big like that right now. I'm just going to be doing just minor stuff, just small pieces. Some of the little things I'm going to be doing in here, nothing that requires any kind of huge saw. And like I said, I'm going to be cutting a 2 by 6, so really it does just fine. It'll cut this no problem. Now I will have to have it slidable, I guess, to make that cut. So we'll go ahead and make that cut. And one of the cool things about this is there's a little light on top, and it creates a shadow so you can see where your line is. Instead of a laser that may or may not be lined up properly, this one actually casts a shadow right where the blade is. And it's a pretty cool little feature on it. Of course, I like a nice crisp pencil line on there anyways. And this is nothing critical that I'm doing here. This piece, I'm going to make my shelf 12 inches long. I got an 18 3/8 board right here, so I'm just going to put a mark at 12 inches. That's what my shelf's going to be, go over there by the drill press. Okay, so a couple of things you're going to need before you get started: eyes and ears, just like when we're out shooting guns. So we're going to go ahead and make sure it's all lined up. And like I said, this is not precision. It doesn't need to be. And this gets to be my first cuts I get to make with this thing. I did change the blade out. It did come with a 40 tooth. I did get a 60 tooth to go on there just so it'll do a little finer, smoother cut. and seems to cut just fine, except I did not have it set on 0. Huh. Let's try that again. So I did start off at my 1 foot mark, but when I was showing you that it is a miter saw, I clicked that and did not put it right back in 0. It does have positive locks on it, so my length on this side is 12 inches. That side's a little bit more. We're just going to trim that piece up a little bit. And should be just fine. Nice cut. Now I have a bigger corded miter saw, but it does not, it's a very old one. It's probably 15 to 20 years old. I've had it for a while, and I have used it and abused it quite a bit, so it's not the best for precision work. And like I said, this isn't precision work, so it really doesn't matter. I could have cut this with a handsaw and it'd have been just fine. But that made a pretty nice cut with that 60 tooth blade on there. And it's just a shelf, that's it. I don't need to do anything with it. Run a little bit of sandpaper around the corners there to take off any sharp edges of it. And I might drill a couple holes in it just to stick my Allen wrenches in there, but let's get the brackets put on it. All right, you might recognize this mat from my leatherworking part, but I've got a new mat to go on here. I got a bigger table, I had to have a bigger mat on it. So all I'm gonna do is just, like I said, I'm just gonna pop the corners of this a little bit just so there's no sharp edges on it. Boy, there's a big difference in the cut. This is the cut I did with the new saw, and this is the cut I did from last time, and that's just terrible. Of course, this was probably cut with a regular skill saw anyways. So my back edge is right there. And I'm gonna lay out some holes for my little shelf brackets there. And that's it. Absolutely nothing fancy, nothing complicated. Just a little bracket, a little shelf to go up there by the drill press. Let's get it put up. All right, I'm thinking right about there's a good height to be beside the drill press, up out of the way. Won't be any in the way if I move anything here. Now the drill press is not going to stay here forever. It's actually going to go on the other side of the room, but that may be a couple months from now, and I've got other projects I want to do that I need the drill press for. So I went ahead and drilled one hole there, and I'm going to go ahead and put this screw in, snug it down. Alright, the first piece of practical anything I've put in here so far is the wedge for the to take the chuck out of there. There's the key for the chuck, and 2 Allen wrenches for any other adjustments that are needed on there. Now I got a little convenient place to put some things. Alright guys, there it is. That's just a brief look at the new studio work area. One little wood project I did. I've got more I want to do. I'm going to do some cartridge boxes probably in the next video, but I just want to give you just kind of a quick update on it and show you the saw too, because I don't get paid anything from DeWalt or anybody, but it's a pretty cool little saw. I've used DeWalt tools for a long time, and I think they're pretty nice. It is a little pricey. I think it's at 319 bucks, and it did not come with a battery or a charger, which is kind of fine with me because I've already got chargers for this. I wish it did come with a battery. That would have been the nice thing for it to do. But with, I've got, like I said, I've got a big 8 amp hour battery for it, and it's extremely handy, extremely compact. The box that it came in is not very big at all, so when I do the other side of the workshop in here, I will make some cubby holes for some of these tools to go in. Maybe even I've seen some pretty fancy mounts that they put them on where they can rotate it and have one tool on one side and one on the other, so may do something like that. But these are all future videos, and sometimes I don't even make videos of some of the things I do, and I've been doing woodwork for a long time, mostly out of necessity. The bench that you see me do the gun videos on, and the bench that I had been doing the leather videos on, I made all that stuff myself. This in here, I made all this stuff myself because I enjoy it, and it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but I try to make it as nice as I can. But yeah, this is going to be the new shop, and a lot more little projects to come. Thanks for watching Small Caliber Arms Review, and if you could, check out one of these DeWalt things. I'll put a link in the description down below, and they're pretty handy tools anyways. Thanks for watching.